I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I have just been looking at things and studying with Rupert tonight, and do that every night actually. But I made some notes on some things that I really, when I was listening to this, I was thinking about how many times in my life my worldview has changed, and when you think that you're thinking of oneness, my ego or myself would still think that I am creating my life. Thinking of consciousness, really, if you think about it, thinking of consciousness being inside of me and then God being outside of me. There's a separation there that's like I'm thinking that I'm creating my life, and yet that oneness is coming from the outside. So, and I know that because, I know that I kind of pinpointed that had a time of my life when I was feeling that way, or that's where I was coming from, because I would take responsibility for everything and punish myself for my life going the way it did, and thinking I created it, I was responsible for it. So I was separating myself from infinite being. And what is that doing? What is that saying? That is actually slapping the hand of our Creator, where we come from, our essence. That really didn't hit me like that until now. It's amazing how you can do these things and think these ways, and of course not define actually from your deepest part of yourself where you're coming from and why. So, or where you're coming from. You may never know why, but but where you're coming from, just period, knowing yourself. Incredible. So, I was also listening and thinking about suffering and emotions again. I've talked about that before, but the emotion or the suffering that I've had, or anyone has, but we all have it, is not from, it's not, there's a vibrational level of infinite being. So we have these feelings, but it isn't until, this is another incredible relationship, which I think I've touched on before, but it just hit me even more. It's amazing. Things go deeper, and they go deeper, and they go deeper. But the vibrational feeling of how we experience life, and the emotions and the suffering. The emotional and suffering part is only from the labels that we put on those vibrational things that we're feeling. So if we can separate the label from the feeling, and we just feel the intensity or the vibrational feeling, and we come at it with love, and we just take it as it is and embrace it, it's suddenly isn't suffering anymore. It's the label, it's the mind that's creating the suffering. It's the limited self that we think we are that's creating the suffering by putting a label on it and saying, I am this and I am that and I am this and I am that. But just being I am. And there was another important enriching thing is where the ego comes in to take the bow after. Oh gosh, there's so much. But we feel something and do something, and it's that ego. It's the ego coming in to take the bow of saying, I did this and I did that, and I was responsible for it, and I am the one, and I am this and I am that. But when we stop doing that part of the part after the I am, it's not about us. It's just not about us. It's about life. It's about love. It's about our essence. It's about everything, but not just about us. It's not about us at all. It's actually about the one infinite being and the expression or dream of it, of that, of the everything, the infinite being, the everything there is. And we emanate from that. We come from there. We come out of that. We're the substance of that. We're the activity of that. We are the actual activity and the experience of that infinite being, the infinite mind, or however you want to put it, whatever words, because no words are right, because words just express objects. And we're not talking about objects. We're talking about our infinite, deepest part of ourselves. So I go days on end just reflecting and realizing my way of being, or how I'm resonating and soaking all of this in, and it makes me aware of the difference between how I was and how I am, even though, time is really irrelevant, and past is past, and now is now, and now is everything, and now is all there is. But it helps me to just see how easy it is to put those restrictions on yourself. It's a natural thing from your limited self, because we've totally forgotten who we are. That is just incredible that we could. It's actually totally understandable, because we've gotten so into objectivity and materialism, and it seems like, I guess, a natural order of things, but it's at the point now where we have to trace our way back, as Rupert would say, we have to trace our way back to who we truly are, because we've gotten so far away that we're lost into that objectivity. And we're trying to base an entire world on something, on an illusion, and not what essentially is our true being. Truth is like out the window, and we are just grabbing at things that don't even have a foundation. It's stuff we can't even find, that material things are made of anything. We can't even find those things. And the one true thing that we can experience, our own infinite consciousness or awareness, the one true thing that we can experience and know, we're saying doesn't exist, and that everything exists from materialism or material things, and that consciousness is inside ourselves, and we don't come from consciousness, so, or from awareness, however you want to say, infinite being. So we've gotten so far out that we just have to retrace our steps. And that's what I love so much about Rupert, is his Rupert Spira. And I'm not trying to sell that. I just love the way he puts things so simply and so understandable. And he has some wonderful interviews out there, and it's just tremendously helping me understand so many things, and to experience and get my own way and my own answers. And it's helping me drop so much conditioning. And I just had to say that all tonight before I go fall in the bed and just go to sleep and have my own dreams, like infinite being is dreaming us. I'm going to go have my own dreams. Good night.